Hey, good morning, everybody. What's going on? It is Thursday. I just wanted to come on and say good morning to you all. Um, Silkworms. We got plenty of silkworms for you guys, and we got some amazing cams on the website. Now, that fall deal is going to end pretty soon because we sold way more than we thought we were going to. There's only a few more left that we're willing to do that deal with, and then we got to start saving them for Christmas time. So, if you still want a chameleon now and you want to save a lot of money, go check out framscams.com. Don't forget, we have these cages now, all sizes. Go check it out. You can buy them individually or you can buy them in a kit. They're the hybrid. They got PVC in them. These are 4 or 5 years old, some of these cages, and they're holding up very good. So they're a good cage. They're easy to put together. No tools, which is really cool. You do have to be careful to make sure you line them up nice and straight before you start pushing them together. But it's really simple. There's a code where you can go on YouTube and watch how to put them together. It's really not hard to put together. Just take your time. Don't rush it. Don't use tools. They're meant to be put together without tools. Don't try to get a hammer and start pounding on them because you will bend it and then that'll be it. So make sure you take your time. They all go together. Obviously, I put all these together. Not a big deal. I'm pretty good at it. Obviously, I have a ton of them. But if you need help, just let me know. But a great cage for the money. There's no doubt about it. They're a hybrid cage, and they do the job, and they look pretty good. The ones that are available right now are black framed with the white inside, just so you know. They're not exactly this. They got a black frame, but white panels. I kind of like it. If I knew that was available, I think I would have went that route, to be honest with you guys. What else is going on? So I've been getting a lot of weird, I wouldn't say weird. I'm gonna take that back. It's not weird. I've just been getting a lot of questions lately of how I got into this. So I figured I'd just come on real quick and tell you a little bit about where we started, why we are where we're at. You know, a lot of people always ask me how much it costs to do this. You know, some of that's personal questions, but I don't have a reason not telling you. So here it goes. Late 2012. Our kids were still young, and we went to a reptile show, and we weren't going to go to this reptile show. We were in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and my son had a lacrosse tournament going on. So it was hot. We had nothing to do for a few hours in between, so we went to this reptile show, and we saw this Panther Chameleon. And yeah, that was it. My wife went home. She wanted it right then and there. I said no. It was really expensive. I said, that's crazy. Wow, they're expensive. We didn't have anything set up. So my wife went home and did a ton of research. And she drove me crazy. And she kept talking about it. And then I got like interested in it because they are cool. We were watching them shoot their tongues. And wow, this is pretty cool. The kids wanted one really bad. So we bought one. We started off with a nosy bay. If you guys remember Da Vinci, it's where it all started. Well, my wife is a teacher. If you guys don't know that, she's been teaching for about 30 years now. Third grade teacher. And she thought it would be cool to get a female. So you know where this is going, obviously. So we bought a female. An unrelated, beautiful female. And of course, she's like, the kids would love to see eggs. We could just, you know, breed one time. Let's see how it goes. And all right, so we bred. It was successful. I tell everybody to this day I had beginner's luck. It went well. The babies hatched, super healthy. Sold them at a decent rate of time. Not easy to sell chameleons when nobody knows who you are. We didn't have a name. I'll explain where the name came from in a minute. But yes. And then I didn't know they retained sperm. So I didn't breed them again, and we had another set of eggs, and they were fertile. So now we got more eggs, and I'm going, oh God. You know, I don't have room for this. I don't know what to do. I reached out to the person I bought the chameleons from. He was very helpful. Nick's no longer doing this, but he was like, told me everything, like how to do it, you know, and it was awesome. And I really, to this day, really appreciate everything he did for us. Did more research, started buying baby cages, started making a room. We made that room at the old house. We spent a lot of money. We spent like 16 grand building that other room, but I wanted to do it right. My whole goal was make sure we are selling super healthy chameleons. Make sure they're healthy and do it right. I don't like cutting corners with anything. If you notice the way I keep my room, I have some issues. I'm a clean freak. If you guys haven't noticed, I keep my car clean like this. I keep my house clean. My lawn's always perfect. It's just who I am. It's not something I'm really that proud of, because I work way too much trying to always keep things clean, and it drives me crazy when stuff isn't perfect. But that's who I am. My wife loves it. She doesn't have to cook, clean, or anything. I do most of it because I'm kind of like control that way. But it's a good thing for her. Maybe not for me so much. It drives me nuts that I always have to keep. Like if there's something on the floor right now, I'd probably lose my mind. But that's just who I am. So this works out good for me. I keep these cages perfectly clean. I keep everything right. I'm always disinfecting. I'm making sure everybody's getting the right supplements. That's just who I am. So it works really good for us. But anyways, one chameleon led to another. I just started buying them. We wanted different colors and different lineages, and next thing you know, we're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and and they're, I can go on and on about. But it was expensive, guys. When you want to talk about how expensive this was, we never made money for years. We were actually losing money. We lost money the first couple clutches. We had to buy all the cages, the lights, the electric bill was going up. We were spending a ton of money in bugs back then. I didn't have, the sources to buy bugs cheaper. And it was just getting to the point where me and Carolyn were like, we can't do this. We're literally spending more money than we're making, and this is not good. To the point where we actually took out a home equity loan on our house, because we were literally going the wrong way with this. And I'm like, what are we going to do so we can continue doing this? Because I enjoyed doing it at this point. She was enjoying it. The kids loved it. It was good for the kids. The kids would help us clean, and everybody was really into it. And I'm like, I don't want to stop doing it because we all like it, but we're losing money. We're not making any money. And when we did sell a few chameleons, obviously it helped, but it wasn't still paying the bills. So I started buying more breeders. I'm like, all right, well, obviously we have to sell more chameleons. That's the only way this is going to work. So this is kind of where we are today. Obviously I've downsized a little bit, but my son is helping me. But I'm actually going to start breeding a little bit more again. I downsized it and now realize I maybe downsized a little too much, because now I'm just kind of breaking even some months. I'm not really making money again. It is very hard to make money doing this, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Without doing it right, too, you're probably definitely not. If you cut corners and you try to raise them together, you're going to lose a lot of those chameleons. Trust me when I tell you, you're going to get nip tails. You're going to have a lot that stress out and die. Don't do it. Don't waste your money. Do it right if you're going to do it. Get individually cages. Do it right. Please do it right. For the sake of all our breeders that are doing it right, please do it right, because the people that are not doing it right are giving a bad name to these chameleons, how hard they are. They're fragile. They're this. They say some silly names. They're not fragile, guys. These chameleons are pretty relentless if you do it right. I mean, as long as you got the right husbandry, the right cages, and the right stuff, this is not hard. To me, a leopard gecko can be just as hard as this, because I'm not that good with leopard geckos, Once you know how to do this, this is not hard. The right humidity, the right supplements, and you're good to go. It's just getting your cage right, using the right stuff. Don't use coil bulbs, use T5s, stuff like that. You just got to do it right. Don't cut corners, and it's not that hard. So that's kind of our story. The name, a lot of people ask where Cams come from. Our daughter was at our dinner table, and my last name is La Framboise. That you guys, if you didn't know that, that's my last name. I'm French, obviously. My last name means the raspberry. But everybody in high school always called me Fram or Frammy. That was just my nickname. And Emma was just sitting there, our daughter, and she's like, Fram's Cams. And we all just looked at each other and said, that's kind of funny. And that's where the name comes from. It doesn't mean anything to anybody else. A lot of people are like, what the hell does that mean? I get it. It doesn't mean anything, but it's our name. It's my last name, basically. It's my nickname. So it's just Fram's Cams. You either love it or not. It is what it is. It rhymed. It was funny. I didn't really think I was going to become, the business that I am today. So I probably would have maybe named it something different. That would have made maybe a little more sense. But I'm not going to change it, obviously. That's our name, and we're going to stick with it. And I don't hate it. It's my last name. I get it. I know why some people are like, Frams, Chams. Like, some people don't even know how to say it. It's just Frams, Cams. Simple. But anyways, that's where the name comes from. But yeah, you know, I still enjoy doing this. I obviously do it full time now. So if you're going to buy a chameleon from someone, do some research, guys. Please don't just go for the cheapest chameleon out there. You're going to regret it. I promise you, if somebody's selling them cheap, they're not taking care of them correctly. And there's so many people that fib and, oh, I'm only doing it for the hobby. I hear that all the time. I just want to laugh. Nobody's doing it just for fun. You can't, because you'll go broke. So anybody that's saying that, they must be really rich, because I love doing this. I do. But I do this to make money now. I have no choice. I would go broke. I wouldn't be able to do this. So obviously, making money doing this is important. I have to make money to pay for this room. I have employees. I have a lot of upkeep, and I have a lot of overhead here. A lot of overhead. This is not free, feeding all these chameleons and buying new cages and new lights. And I just realized while I was doing this video, I got another bulb out. And let me tell you, getting heat bulbs now are not cheap. I used to be able to go to the dollar store and buy 60-watt bulbs all day long, and now I can't. So I got to start buying bulbs again. They're expensive. They were cheap. Now those are expensive. The T5s, I'll be changing all these T5s out when we turn the clocks back. I change our T5s no matter how good or if they're still reading good. I just do it now when we do the clocks, because it's just easier for me to individually, you know, I used to put the dates on. Those dates don't mean anything anymore, but I used to put dates on all the bulbs, and I would go around and do it that way. Well, I have too many, and it just takes a lot of time. So now I just change them every 6 months. I know they last longer. I know they can last longer. I have a meter. I can check them and say, okay, I do check them regular just to make sure they're still working good. But 6 months seems to be that perfect time. The room gets nice and bright again, and I just switch them out. Yes, it's expensive. Just do the math right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 16 just right here, and another 16. That's 32 bulbs just right here. Now, I used to have a whole nother row of them over here. So, you know, I did get rid of some expense, but now I'm paying a lot of my son's expense at his house. So nothing's really changed. It's just he's helping me breed now. He's doing a great job. His look amazing. I actually have to go get 5 of them and bring them back here, because he's raised up 5 males really nice for me real quick. They're big, they're plump, he's doing everything right. He knows how to do this. He's been doing it since I've been doing it. So he's getting involved in it. Eventually, I would like to see him take this business over one day when I've had enough. You know, I'm 51 years old. I still think I got about 10 more years of me doing this, and I would think I would be done, and hopefully he'll just take over this eventually. But we'll see. We'll know. Who knows? If I'm still into it and I still can do it, I probably will continue doing it. It's just something that me and Carolyn like to do together. We both enjoy it still. There's some days we come down here, like on a Sunday, when we want to go do something else, and we're like, we got to go down and feed everything. God, I wish we just had one day. I feed our chameleons every day, no matter what. I don't take a break. I'm not going to just say, oh, they'll be fine. They would be fine if I didn't feed them a day, but I don't do that here. I'm sure a lot of people do. I'm sure some people feed not enough. We feed a lot here. We want to make sure you guys are getting super healthy chameleons. That's honestly what it's all about. I know a lot of people want to brag about lineage, and all these people are just so gung-ho about their lineage, where they're just not taking care of the chameleons. A lot of these people are just so focused on lineage that they don't even take care of their chameleons. And then you get a chameleon with this great lineage that dies in a year. And I've been hearing more and more and more from those people getting chameleons, from those people that are getting sick chameleons. So don't get fooled about that, guys. That's just like somebody's just trying to upsell you. You know, oh, this car is a little bit better than this one because it has this, but it's not really true. It's just, you know, be careful. It's a scam. There's a lot of people that are not doing it right. There's a lot of people selling them cheaper, but they're not taking care of them correctly. They're not feeding them what they should be fed. They're not putting the right supplements in. They're cutting corners. They're putting them together. They're raising them in bins. Don't buy from them. Trust me, you will thank me after, when that chameleon dies in a few months, and then you got to come buy another one anyways. It'll save you money. Do it right the first time. Do the homework. look at their reviews, make sure they have a website. If they don't have a website, just don't buy from them. If they're that cheap and can't get themselves a website, but they have a cute name, they're not doing it right. They don't have the money, and they're not doing what they should be doing. You should buy from someone that has somewhere you can go back and talk to someone, or go back if something happens. You know, we're licensed. You know, if something's wrong, you know we're going to take care of it here at Frams Cams. We do not leave you hanging. If something happens, you talk to me about it. Don't go and blast somebody on social media. Go back to them. Let them try to take care of the problem first. There's so many people that just waiting for something to go wrong. Things go wrong. These are live animals. Things happen. You know, nothing's perfect in this world. We've had issues. We've had some problems shipping in the past, and very rarely does it happen, but if it does, we take care of it. We had somebody the other day, because they went to Petco and they said use a 150 watt bulb, and it was in a little tiny cage, and of course I don't want to get into graphics, but they pretty much fried their chameleon. I still took care of it. I shouldn't have, because we send out a care sheet and we tell you what wattage to use. But they went to Petco, and Petco gave them a 150 watt sunbeam, like one of those ones with the UVB, and they just fried their chameleon. It was like, they took a temperature after the fact. It was 130 in the basking area. Well, chameleon can't handle that. You got to be careful. You got to think, if you're using a smaller cage, you got to use a lower wattage bulb. You should never use a 150 bulb on a chameleon anyways. You know, we use 60, 75 watts during the winter would be plenty, but most of our bulbs, like all these high efficient ones, these are 40 watt bulbs, and they're keeping it exactly at 85. They're awesome. I wish I could afford to put them all to those, and I have been doing it. I'm up to that row. Eventually I'm going to come into this side. I'm just doing it slowly because they're expensive. That whole fixture is about a $45, $50 cost. But they are super efficient. They last a lot longer, and because it's so hard to get bulbs, I've been switching over to those. I buy like 5 at a time a month, so eventually this room will have them. And if you look at the babies, don't even have bulbs because they can't handle a lot of heat. This room gets about 80 degrees every day, so it's perfect for them. But anyways, I hope everybody maybe learned a little something, maybe know a little bit more about us, where we come from. But I guarantee you guys, if you buy a chameleon from us, you're going to have a great experience. We have cages. We have everything you need right here. We can help you out. We're always here to help you out. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.